grammar and spelling.
Wonder what I'll do when the cops come through and the whiskey's run out. Cause I've been looking at you since 2:30. Wanna take this downtown. This liquid courage got me way too honest. Put your phone on vibrate, let's catch a vibe, babe, while the sun's down. Hush now, I know we're a little too fucked up to stay still, love. Be as quiet as you can, cause if anyone sees, they'll just blow shit up. I don't gotta know if you're taken, I just let you know bare shoes faking. No one's gotta know, just us and the moon till the sun starts waking. Up's the only direction I see, as long as we keep this low, 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 low key. You ain't even gotta low, 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 love me. I said my king size, keep it a secret. Say I'm your queen, I don't wanna leave this low, 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 low key. Wizard with words telling me my energy's so bewitching. So I'll go first, there's an open bar, let's close this distance. Oh, 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 I don't make me have to spell it all, I don't really give a fuck about all the he said, she said bullshit. So pick your poison, love, let's go somewhere a little more exclusive. Take a shot, take a chance, take my hand, boy. Tension so intense like an asteroid. Be discreet, gotta dodge at the tabloid. Let's not think too much, there ain't no problems, so long as we keep this low, 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 low.
BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Roger. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Roger. Mets du respect sur le V, tout est noir, j'ai lunettes teintées sur le nez. Le big au sun everyday sur mes nez, je suis refait dans les airs, sur les quais.
BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du whip avec Big BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du whip avec Yves. Hey, sur mon wrist, mais je whip. Vol sur les docks, c'est que je veux pas en civil.
Y'a ceux qu'on écoute et y'a ceux qu'on l'argent, puis y'a ceux qu'on la flemme. T'es natif de Chicoutimi, me sors pas tes excuses bidons. T'assumes pas mais t'écoutes Yvick, yeah. Tranche de bacon, les médias mentent pour ça y'a pas de doute, yeah. Vraiment j'ai percé où y'avait pas de trou, yeah. YouTube, rap, sur quel pied je danse, en vrai j'sais pas. J'sais qu'à la base on me voyait, j'mets des skate cars. Et 10 ans plus tard tous les 3 mois j'suis aux States, ah. LA, Beach, 5-1-4. Aucun snap. Demain j'arrête si je veux. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Roger. BMX5 Saint-Laurent, je suis à l'avant du truck avec Roger. Mets du respect sur le V, tout est noir, j'ai lunettes teintées sur le nez. Le big au sun everyday.
Welcome back to 2K TV.
Sur mes nez, je suis refait dans les airs, sur les quais.
BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du whip avec Yves. BMX5 sur les champs, je suis à l'avant du whip avec Yves. Hey, sur mon wrist, mais je whip. Vol sur les docks, c'est que je veux pas en civil.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche Le NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg. Hey, Dave.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and speed.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. And the starting group for the Spurs. Murray out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3 spot. Murray with the bounce pass. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. so it's San Antonio with it. Hurdle finds Murray. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target from three-point range. House the pass to Tucker. Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the three ball. Tucker's got the first bucket of the game with the three for Houston. You know, Steve, these teams we're seeing tonight both have very strong options off their bench.
And Kevin, when you have a strong bench, the starters love it because they know if they have a lead, they have some guys that's going to extend the lead. If they're not playing well, they have guys that come off that help them. And the opposing team, they know when you're a 9 or 10 deep team and you're very, very talented.
Outside, White. Murray against Westbrook. Pass to DeRozan. San Antonio again missing. Murray against Harden. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Walker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Westbrook dishes to Tucker. Shoots from 14. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Tucker's got 7 points.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
There's the pass to DeRozan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
Here's Harden. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
DeRozan finds Mills. The 17-footer. Harden grabs the miss.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
A baseline J. Count that bucket. He's got 9.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Pass to Zeller. Gay up top. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. Yep, that one goes in there. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. It's a 5-point game. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his team.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Ben McLemore. Then it's Harden, and it's Clemens in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Harden kicks to McLemore. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. McLemore's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Mills passes to Gay. And it's rebounded by Covington. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
And you know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Left side Walker. It's stolen by McLemore. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. A pull-up. Again, the Rockets score.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray surveying the D. White against Harden. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside. And that one no good to start him off on the night. Rockets leading by 17. Tucker the pass to Green. Shoots over Poeltl. And there's Green on the assist from Tucker. Green's got his first points of the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's DeRozan. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
And so it's the Houston Rockets, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, what's your take?
Their field goal percentage is a number that jumped off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like? Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep 3-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my area shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Outside for Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden dishes to Westbrook. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here. Forbes the pass to Poeltl. And a wide open look for Walker. Offensive rebound. Westbrook with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. James Harden is second.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of 3-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
Murray kicks to Poeltl. And Forbes has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Forbes has got his second basket of the night.
Shooting over 43% from distance during his college career. This is Forbes' specialty.
And the basket by Harden.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Rockets. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Spurs. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And you know, for the Spurs, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
DeRozan with it. Now Covington defending.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
Right side, Covington. Houston moving the ball around. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Covington against DeRozan. Knocked loose. From deep 3-point range. The shot that time not on target. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Houston on top, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Ben McLemore, Russell Westbrook out there with Rivers. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Carroll in at the 4 slot. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well. Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
It's Carroll on the wing. Out to the right wing. From deep, McLemore drains it from beyond the arc.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And that one drops for him. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Mills passes to DeRozan. DeRozan on the wing. Five to shoot. The Rockets pull it in. 1:30 left to play here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Houston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 1 victories for them on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
And it's blocked.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shooting for Houston.
No good on the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. No good again that time. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's the 3-point bomb.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Medu. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme...
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank
you like
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's the Chicago Bulls taking on the Detroit Pistons. And it's Chicago to start out. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Grant. Michael Jordan is out there with John Paxson. And there's Cartwright. And it's Pippen in at the 3.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Isaiah Thomas taking it right to the rim. Right through all the big players inside the paint. Here's Jordan to the wing on the left. Here's Paxson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's smooth, fluid, just all in one motion jump shot there. Paxson seems to get the best rhythm on it when someone's setting him up.
Here's Mahorn. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Grant. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Isaiah Thomas puts the pass right on the money.
We're finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Jordan inside. Lambeer on him. Up the floor. Here's Thomas. And Detroit again with the bucket.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Now the Bulls with it. Paxson kicks to Grant. Cartwright against Lambeer. Up top, Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Now Thomas passes it to Mahorn. Back to Thomas. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now the pass to Mahorn. Shoots over Grant, and Detroit again with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mahorn against Pippen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one drops. Rodman, he's checked in for Detroit. The Bulls also changing it up. Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Cartwright. Sellers comes in for Horace Grant. And Vincent subbed in for John Paxson. And he comes up with the deuce.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Vincent. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
You won't find a much more entertaining sight. I'd call that slam dunk contest level.
Pass to Laimbeer. 2 on the clock. Bill Laimbeer buries it from mid-range. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Pistons ahead, leading by 3. We've got more in store for you right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Vincent. Sellers is out there with Davis. And there's Hodges. And it's Corzine in at the 5 down low. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Vincent. Pass to Corzine. And it's good. 2 points.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Here's Vincent. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Beer, good.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Here's Vincent. A rebound by Johnson.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Purdue, we've checked in for Chicago. Grant comes in for Davis. 1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Passes to Hodges. Here's Vincent. He's guarded by Thomas. The pass to Hodges. The three. Rodman with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Johnson outside. Vinnie Johnson, the microwave, living up to his nickname.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hodges against Johnson. Purdue, the pass to Hodges. He's off from 17 feet.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thomas inside. He's guarded by Purdue. Lambeer against Hodges. Looking to end the run. Dennis Rodman pulls it in. Rodman's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's 18 seconds left in the second quarter. And then Lambeer with the dunk.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Pass to Purdue. Here's Vincent. Bulls shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And that one misses. And here's Jordan outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Pistons ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 14-4 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. What did you think?
Focus, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there already in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing that.
Thanks for joining.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Isaiah Thomas having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Pistons, Thomas is out there with Dumars. Then there's Mahorn, then there's Aguirre, and it's Lambeer, and at the center, filling out the middle. Paxson against Thomas. Paxson passes to Carter. The layup missed. Pistons leading by 15. Here's Dumars. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And it's blocked. Here's Mahorn. takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Mahorn's got 4 points this quarter.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Grant finds Jordan. Shoots over Dumars. It's rebounded by Mahorn.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Lambier passes to Aguirre. Another 3 for Detroit.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
No good from Paxson.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Pistons now. Here's Pippen. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Chicago calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Edwards, he's checked in for Detroit. Rodman comes in for Aguirre. And the Bulls making a change also. Vincent's checked in. Here's Grant on the inbound. And he lays it up and in.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Pistons.
Here's Thomas. 2 points. That one goes. Thomas got 10 points in the game.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Pippen can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Dumars. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Dumars got 4 points in the quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here is Jordan. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Dumars. And so is Detroit, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And the Bulls with possession. So for Chicago right now, we've got Corzine. Hodges is out there with Vincent. Then there's Purdue. And it's Davis at the 3 spot. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Detroit.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Dawkins checked in. Shot from the inbound. Vincent's shot is good.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Johnson, the pass to Dawkins. Here's Rodman, and another three for Detroit.
He is cold-blooded, drops the dagger, piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Corzine against Dawkins. Corzine the pass to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Vincent. Rebounded by the Pistons. Johnson for three. Another three for Detroit.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Can they get it? And John Sally, the Spider, snares the rebound. Sally against Davis. Pass to Brown. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Dawkins against Corzine. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Brown the pass to Sally. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Edwards, he's checked in for Sally. Williams comes in for Rodman. And Smith subbed in for Brown. Johnson, that's for two, and he nails the jumper.
Well, nobody heats up faster than the microwave. Vinnie Johnson, the difference here tonight.
Brown against Smith. Here's Sellers. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Edwards with it. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for